everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my May update in my rolling style project pan. I feel like I say this every month, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I cannot believe it's May. Time is certainly flying by. We have so many fun things coming up over the summer and into early fall that I feel like time is not going to slow down at all. So I'm really excited about all of those things with my family and friends, but yeah, it's gonna be a crazy next like 6 months, to be honest with you. We had a slow weekend this past weekend though. We went and visited my in-laws. My husband's aunt was throwing a baby shower for his cousins, so I attended that while my boys stayed at my in-laws' house and swam in their heated pool. I say heated because it was like 60 degrees, so they definitely needed that if they were gonna be out swimming. And then we came home Saturday night, and then Sunday, my husband built our new garden beds. So we purchased like the Vigo garden beds. My friend who gardens a ton recommended those. And we filled those and got a bunch of different vegetables and planted all those. And I planted herbs in my pots. And I'm just so excited to actually have more space for garden. Since I've been like an adult, I have done pots with vegetables, but there's only so much you can do there. So now we have two larger garden beds set up, but I think we're just kind of hoping to expand those. We live on a corner lot, and so the one side of our yard, we only have the back, or the side, I guess, fenced in. I consider it the back fenced in, so it's a little bit smaller than the other side, and that's where we have our garden, like on the other side of the garage in the smaller fenced in area. So it's kind of like the perfect smaller space to use as that. So like we have a vision for where we want to see that to go, and these first two planters are kind of the start of that. So really excited about that. And then this weekend coming up is Mother's Day. I'm running a race on Saturday. I'm running just a 5K, but I did sign up for a half marathon in September. So I've been working on my endurance and running a lot more than I normally do. I normally run, but I'm running further than I normally do. So really excited about that. And obviously there's a ton of other things going on, but I will keep you all updated. I feel like I like to share like little tidbits of my life as things happen. So I just wanted to share that kind of quick update of things that we had going on. Now that I kind of jabbered a little bit, let's go ahead and talk about today's update, because I am also really excited about this. I am this close on two products. Like one of them has like less than, I'd say, 5 uses left, and then the other one is also very close. So really good progress this month on those two, but honestly I feel like really good progress across the board. And sorry, the sun is coming in and out of the clouds, and so if the lighting gets kind of on and off, that's why. Let's go ahead and get started with my Marc Jacobs bronzer. I used this one 16 times this past month. I'm still loving it. I still love how it looks, and look at the size of that pan. I feel like it's definitely growing, and I'm really excited. I continue to swirl my brush around the outside because that's where the majority of the product is. I think if I just focused on the pan, it would be a lot bigger, but then I would have my work cut out for me on the outside. So I try and stick to that, but it's still continuing to grow like the pan size is. And yeah, I'm really happy with 16 uses on it. Really happy with how this one's looking. Still a ton of product left in here, but we are making some good progress. So happy about that. And then the next product, I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on because this one just doesn't want to be done ever. But this is my Avon eyeliner. I used this one 4 times and I sharpened it. So it's getting like really teeny tiny. Like I don't know what else to say other than that, and I feel like that's the only thing I ever say during these updates, but like it is what it is. I continue to use it, it continues to perform, and I continue to sharpen it, and it gets smaller and smaller, but it's just moving very, very slowly. That being said, I am happy with 4 uses because it is a little bit of a struggle for me to use. So I'm kind of working through that, forcing myself to try it today. I wore it in my waterline and also like a little bit on my top lid, and I feel like I like how that looks. So I might try and do that a little bit more here and there just to get a little bit additional uses on it. But I think this one's just gonna be like around for the whole year until I can get it done, unfortunately. And it's just wild because I've been like trying to actively pan this for the longest time, like multiple years at this point. I'm not gonna say any more about that because you guys all know how I feel about that. All right, next is my lifter gloss. So this is one that I didn't think was going to move as quickly as it did, as I've said in other videos, but it has. And I used this one 31 times this month, so definitely a ton of uses, but there's like nothing left in here. As you can see, like it is almost completely cleared out. And I'm cracking up at myself because I have a beauty spatula and I've been bringing this to work and using it at the office to scrape out lip gloss. So it just makes me laugh because like, what am I doing? But I have to, because if I want to get any out, that's what I need to do. And there's less than 5 uses left in here. Like honestly, maybe like 3. So I could have called this one done, but I don't like calling things done until they actually are. So expect to see this one being empty. I loved this product. It's been super nice to use and has moved relatively quickly for me. So really happy with 31 uses, really happy the fact that this is basically done, and we'll have a new roll-in next month for this one, which is awesome. Next is my Kosas Cloud Set Powder. This is another one that I feel like it is very close to being done. I'm really hoping that this one's also done next month. So I used this one 17 times. As you can tell, there is not much left here, just a little bit, and the mound is pretty flat too. So it's not like there's a bunch built up in this area. There is just not a ton of product left here. So I've loved that this one hasn't crumbled, hasn't fallen apart. This has been a really nice experience to actually finish this product, on top of the fact that I actually really enjoy the product as well. But I always think about that when panning, of the experience of finishing a product, because when it starts to crumble and it gets hard to use, it makes you not want to finish it, honestly. And this one's been really nice. It's just kind of been like slowly going away and revealing more pan, but not crumbling at all. So that's been really nice. I love the product itself, and we're very close to it being done. So I'd say another 15 to 20 more uses. Hopefully we will have an empty on this one as well. So some really good stuff with both the lifter gloss and the Cloud Set Powder. Hopefully next month we will have 2 empties to share, which means I get to roll 2 more products in, which is super exciting. And then the last update for this month is my Too Faced blush in the shade Baby Love. I used this one 15 times, and this one also continues to progress. I mean, look at the size of the pan in here as well, and it hasn't been crumbling much at all, so I am still avoiding repressing it. When it does, I certainly will, but until then, I'm happy to just continue to grow the pan and work my brush around the outside. I still have a decent amount on this side of the blush, so I've kind of been focusing there. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how this one's looking as well. I'm hoping that this year I'll be able to finish a powder, a bronzer, and a blush. That would be awesome. So really happy with this progress, and I've liked how this one's been looking. I just wore it today with nothing underneath, but I've been loving layering this with my cream blush products. I feel like it looks beautiful layered on top of those as well, which is really nice because it plays really nicely with those. And so it's just been really great to use, and I'm so happy that it's in this project. All right, those are my updates. Like I said, I am really excited about how everything is looking and the progress that we have made across the board on all of those products. I think we are in really good shape to have 2 empties next month, or certainly 1, and hopefully a second. And the other products, I feel like in general, are making good progress as well. So just really happy with what I've been able to do this past month, and moving into summer, hopefully we can keep that momentum up. So if you all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I just thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.